Hi everyone, I'm Lucy McDonald and I work as an artist, an arts facilitator and a curator. I live in Havering in Romford. So we've all spent a long time in lockdown. What is it, like 3 or 4 months now? And although the restrictions are easing a little, we're still spending a lot of time inside our homes, possibly more than ever before. We've probably got to know every nook and cranny and feature of our homes really well over the last few months, and we may even be feeling a little bit sick of them by now. So to try and reinvigorate our living spaces, I'm going to share some of my creative practice and give you some ideas on how you can use the features inside your homes to create temporary, immersive and playful environments using simple, everyday materials that you should have lying around your homes. The whole family is invited to get involved in the building and the exploring, and if you need a sit down and a cup of tea once built, it should give the kids something fun to do for a while at least. My creative practice has always been about using everyday materials to prompt exploration, and much of my work over the last decade has involved working with intergenerational and family groups in museums, galleries and community settings to support people to access artistic ideas and processes. This idea and the video provides a snippet into my approach, and is something that you can do during lockdown and post-lockdown, because it will happen eventually, especially on those rainy days indoors. Thanks, I hope you enjoy. The materials shown here are some suggestions to give you ideas on things that you can use from around your home to create an environment that invites play and exploration. For this creative offering, I have chosen materials that echo the shapes within my home. Yours might be different. It's not an exhaustive list by any means, and you can add to or substitute any of the materials depending on what you have. Boxes of different shapes and sizes if you have them. Great for building and knocking down. Remember, building up as well as along and across. Wool, string or ribbon. These materials are great for weaving and attaching materials together. Masking tape and scissors. Masking tape works particularly well for temporary ideas, as it can be easily removed or torn without the need for scissors. Rescue blankets that you can usually find in your first aid kits at home. These are great for younger children as they have a noisy sensory element. Pieces of fabric. Clothes pegs. These are great for attaching different materials temporarily and trying out ideas. Recycling bags to add some colour into our installations and play environments. All materials should be used under adult supervision, especially for very young children. Please be particularly mindful that the string or ribbon doesn't go around necks and the recycling bags over heads. This activity and my philosophy actively encourages adults to be led by their children and for families to have fun and discover things together. However, when using some of these materials, there might be times when the adult needs to take the lead to support in realising some ideas. For younger children, the adults might want to start by setting some of the materials out as invitations. You can get ideas for these invitations next when you'll see how we use the materials in our home. So if you don't want to take over a whole room like your living room, you can always use in-between spaces to create play environments and invitations to play using simple everyday materials. So here we've created our laser maze.
Yes.
Which the children can use their whole bodies to weave through, and we've just attached it to things like hooks, tied knots in door handles, and just used masking tape to tape it to the walls and the doors. I followed my young son's lead with how to use the different materials and offered some suggestions as we explored together, playing alongside him. He wanted to start by making a drawbridge, inspired by the shape of our fireplace. With some adult help, we cut this shape out and attached it to different things in the living room with string and ribbon to make it freestanding. We made some holes in one of the smaller boxes and he threaded the wool through to create a lever. We played with placing the poster tubes in different areas, deciding on pillars and a pitch top, using the rescue blanket to create a shiny roof. He then decided to take the smaller boxes inside the new structure to make cupboards by folding the flaps inside and stacking them on top of one another.
Oh, I'll show you around in here. I got some food in here. I used to have 4 oranges, but I ate 1 this morning. I got some more dries, my pants, my socks, and my winter stuff.
What have you got on the other side, George?
Oh, on the other side, I got my pens, crayons, pencils, and sharpeners and rubbers.
Brilliant.
And then on the bottom I got some paper.
Thanks very much.
Goodbye.
We then played around to see what we could do with some ribbon and weaved it through the bookcase, creating a river. And no new space is complete without erupting lava. Using a candle holder, a ball of red wool and some recycling bin bags. We've done lots of role playing and gone inside our new temporary space to have some chats, and it's created somewhere different to do some of our home learning. It took 10 minutes to create our bolt hole, and everything can be undone without any damage to fixtures, fittings or furniture, and order easily restored. Or you can play again to see what new ways you can create with the everyday household materials. And after it's built, they can play and you can put your feet up with a cup of tea.